Hi dears! Last class we discussed the exercise 2.2 till the 6th question and I have given you some homeworks also. Inside that homework I have given some homework, but I think some of the students didn't send their homework questions. What happened to you actually? If those who didn't send the homeworks, I think they might not be seeing that video. Otherwise, they are not watching this video now also. Okay, so don't do like that. Watch this video up to date and write the class note and write the homework also and send it to me. Okay, so we can directly go to the exercise 2.2 7th question. Find the difference between the largest 6-digit number and the smallest 5-digit number. Before that, I want to ask you one thing. Which is the smallest 2-digit number? Smallest 2-digit number is 10. And largest 2-digit number, it is 99. That we know. That is, if 1 is adding to this, it will be 100. That is a 3-digit number. Look it, yeah. 100 means 1, 2, 3. 3 digits are there, right? So here, largest 2-digit number will be this 99. And the smallest 2-digit number will be 10. Why? Because again when we are reducing, this will be 9. It is only 1 digit. Okay, so the smallest 2-digit number is 10 and the largest 2-digit number will be 99. Like that, what is the smallest 3-digit number? That is 100. And what will be the largest 3-digit number? That will be 999. Similar, if 1 is reducing, this will be 99. If 1 is adding, this will be 1000. Okay, so every time think that if they are asking the smallest digit numbers, it will be smallest 3, 4, 5 or how much it will be? It will be the power of 10. That is 10, 100, these are all the powers of 10, right? This 10 into 1, 10 into 10, 10 into 1000, 100, 10 into 1000, like that it will be the powers. Okay, powers of 10. And like that, 99, 999, 9999, 99,999, like that will be the largest digit numbers. Okay, so here what is the question? Find this you want to keep in mind. Okay, so our question is, find the difference between the largest 6-digit number. So, you want to write answer, largest 6-digit number. Largest 6-digit number. Which is the largest 6-digit number? Yeah, that is, I said that largest means always which number? 9. Starting with the 9. Ending also 9. Full digits are 9. Okay, so how much digits? That is, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Is it? The next, and the smallest 5-digit number. So, smallest 5-digit number. Smallest 5-digit number. Which is the smallest 5-digit number? I said that the smallest digit numbers will always be the powers of 10. How much digits? 5 digits. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the smallest 5-digit number and this is the largest 6-digit number. They asked to find the difference between these two. So we want to find the difference, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and this we want to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are going to subtract 9 minus 0, 9, 9 minus 0, 9, 9 minus 0, 9, 9 minus 0, 9. 9 minus 1, 8 and this 9 and this will be the answer. Next question. From the sum of 5678 and 3789 subtract 3789. So here what we want to do? We want to find the sum of the first 2 digits. That is, find the sum of 5000. So statement you want to write sum of 5678 and 3789. What will be the sum? The sum will be 5678 plus, sum means addition, that we know, is it? 8 plus 9, 17, 7, carrying 1 here, 8 plus 8, 9, 8 plus 8, 16, 6 carrying 1 here, 7 plus 7, 14, carrying 1 here, 9. This will be the sum. Is this the answer? No. They said that the sum of this number, from the sum of this number, we want to subtract what? We want to subtract 3789. So, the answer will be like this. Answer is equal to sum of this number. We want to from this sum. From this sum, from this result, we want to subtract 9467. We want to subtract what? 3789. We want to subtract. What is 17? Here 7 minus 9, it is not possible. So we want to carry, borrow 1 from the 6. Okay, 17 minus 9, that is 8. Okay, the next here it is 5. So we want to borrow from here 15 minus 8. What is 15 minus 8? That is 7. Okay, then here it is 3. So we want to borrow 1 from here. 13 minus 7. What is 13 minus 7? That is 6. Here it is 8 minus 3, that is 5. So 5678 will be the answer. Okay, that is finding the sum first. From that sum, we want to subtract the given number. Okay, got it. Next question. From 9,87,634, subtract the largest 5-digit even number, add the result to the smallest 4-digit odd number. I know that you will be confused by hearing this question. Is it? Am I correct? Because the main reason is that more than 2 sentences are there in the question. If such questions are there, some of you will feel headache. Is it? Yeah, it's routine. So, you don't want to bother about that. While we are understanding the question, the headache will go. Okay, so, first sentence, from 9,87,634, from this, subtract the largest 5-digit even number. So, what is the largest 5-digit even number? That is largest, we can write here, largest 5-digit even, which it is largest 5-digit number. Which is the largest 5-digit number? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the largest 5-digit number. What is the largest 5-digit even number? If this is even number, we can write this itself. But this is not even. Why? Because at last it is odd. Okay, if the last number is even, then only we can say that this number is even. Here, this last number is odd. Okay, so we can call this as odd number only. So, we want to make this 9 as just subtract 1. That is 8. Now, this is even number. You may be thinking that why ma'am is subtracting 1? Why ma'am is not subtracting 2 or 3 other number? They said that largest. Okay, so maximum number, that is maximum. We want to count maximum, reach the maximum, that is 9. Here 99999, will be the largest even number. Okay, and we can't add 1 to that 9. Why? Because then it will be 1000 like that, powers of 10 it will be. Okay, so here this will be the largest 5-digit even number. So our question is, from this subtract this. Can we? 987634. Here 8 9 9 9 9. Okay, 14 minus 8. What is 14 minus 8? Yeah, that is 6. Here 2 is there, carrying 1. 12 minus 9, 3. Here 5 is there, carrying, borrowing 1. So 15 minus 9, 6. Here 6 is there, borrowing 1. 16 minus 7. Sorry, 16 minus 9, 7. Here 7 is there, borrowing 1. 17 minus 9, 8. Here who will be remaining? 8 will be remaining. So, this is not the answer. This we get. That is, from this number, we subtracted the largest 5-digit even number. Add the result to the smallest. Add this to the smallest to the smallest 4-digit odd number. Okay, here 5-digit even number it was. Here smallest 4-digit odd number. 4-digit odd number. Okay, which is the smallest 4-digit odd number? Before finding the odd, we want to write the smallest 4-digit number. Which is the smallest 4-digit number? Yeah, smallest 4-digit number is 1000. 4 digits are the smallest 4-digit number it is. Okay, then for smallest 4-digit odd number it is. Since last number is 0, this is not an odd number. So what we want to do? We want to add 1. If you are subtracting 1, it will be 999. It is not 4 digit. Okay, so we want to make that 4 digit and it should be odd. Okay, so here 1000 plus 1, that is 1001 will be that number. Okay, so the question is add this result to this. Okay, so can we add this? Can we add this? Yeah, we can. Plus 1001. 6 plus 1, 7. 3 plus 0, 3. 6 plus 0, 6. 7 plus 1, 8. 8, 8. So this will be the answer. Okay. Next question is also how much less than? How much is a question. If you didn't understand, you want to play this video again and again, okay, then you can watch. Okay, if I am telling it repeatedly, it will be boring those who understand. So while we are in class, the students can ask directly, as you can't ask while you are watching this. So at that time you can watch this video again and again. Then also if you are feeling any doubt, you can call me. Okay, or otherwise you can voice me. Okay. So next question, how much is 8,904. How much is this number less than 1 lakh? How much is less than 1 lakh? 1 lakh means how much zeros will be there? Study that, okay? 5 zeros. That is, this is 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, lakh. 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 zeros are there. So, okay. So this number, how much is less than 1 lakh? That is 1 lakh. That is, suppose I have 3 chocolates. Okay, I have 3 chocolates. Now I am telling that 1 mm you have 10 chocolates. How much is less than? How much chocolates are less than with me when compared to you? Yeah, that is 10 minus that 3. With you it is 10 and with me it is 3. So with you it is 10 and with me it is 3. So 10 minus 3, what will be 7? Like that, 1 lakh minus this number. Okay, so how much is less than? How much this number is less than 1 lakh means 1 lakh minus this number. That is 10 minus 4, it is 6. Here 9. Do you want this? Those who didn't know the subtraction, those who don't know the subtraction, you want to practice it. Okay, if you feel any doubt, you can ask. You may be thinking that as we reached in the 6th standard, how can we ask this ma'am to that? I don't know subtraction. No problem, you can ask. Okay, this is not the late time. At any time we can study at anything. Okay, anytime we can study anything. If there is a will, there is a way. Okay, so here from 0, that is 10, 10 minus 4 is 6. Here it will be 9. You know why this 1 is going here, 9. Again borrowing 9. Again borrowing 9. Again borrowing 9. Here it will be reaching 10. So 10 minus 4, 6. 9 minus 0, 9 itself. Then 9 minus 9, 0. 9 minus 8, 1. 9 is alone here. So 91,096 will be the answer. Okay, so next question. Next question is little bit bigger question. As the previous question I said that if you find any questions greater than, if you find any question more than 2 sentences, who will come? Yeah, don't let him come. Okay, instead of that, try to read the question and understand the question, then only you can find the answer. So next question, I'll read the question. Interchange the digits 8 and 2 in a number, that is, this is the number 3,25,000 985. This is the number. Okay, interchanging the digit 8, this 8 and this 2 interchanged. Interchange the digit 8 and 2 in the number, this number, and find the difference between the new number and the original number. So, which will be this new number? So, while writing the answer, there should be a format for writing every answers. Okay, in an order. While seeing the answer paper or while seeing the notebook itself, one can go through that easily. Okay, then only. If you are writing the notebook in the ugly form, while in the exam time, while you are turning the page, it will be very boring. That is, you can't study that. Okay, otherwise if you are writing neatly, it will be more interesting to read that and study that. Okay, so here, what is the new number, old number? This is the old number, means old number is equal to the same number, that is 3,25,985. Okay, so they said that interchange, new number is if these two numbers are interchanged. That is, instead of this 2, what we want to write? 8. And instead of this 8, what we want to write? Yeah, that is 2. Okay, so we can interchange. So we can interchange and write that new number. Okay, so new number. What is new number? New number is equal to 3. Instead of 2, we want to write 8. Then 5, 9. Instead of 8, what we want to write? 2. Then 5. Now we got the old number and the new number. Next, what we want to do? Yeah, the question is interchange the digits and find the difference between new number and the old number. Hey children, I said that. What do you mean by difference? Yeah, difference or less than. How much is less than? Like that all questions what we want to find? Yeah, that we want to find the subtraction. That is bigger number minus smaller number. Okay, which is the bigger number here? Yeah, as this is 3,25,000. 3,25,000. And this is 3,85,000. Which is greater? Which is greater? Yeah, this is 3 lakh. This is also 3 lakh. After that, this is 25,000. Instead of this is 85,000. 25 or 85, which is greater? Yeah, that we know 3,85,925 will be the greater number. Okay, so we can start with subtract that. That is 3,85,925. So 3,85,925. We want to subtract 3,25,985. Okay, shall we subtract then? Yeah, that is 5 minus 5 is 0. Then here 2 minus 8. Can we? No. So what we want to do? Yeah, that we want to borrow 1 from 9. So this 2 will be 12. So 12 minus 8. What is 12 minus 8? Yeah, that is 4. Okay, so here who will be there? As we borrowed 1 from here, it will be 8 now. So 8, we want to, can we minus 8 from 9 from 8? No. So in that case, what do we want to do? We want to borrow the 1 from this 5. So this 18 minus 9. What is 18 minus 9? Yeah, that is 9 itself. Is it? So here it is now 4. Borrowing from here again 1. 14 minus 5, that is 9. Here it will be 7. 7 minus 2, it is 5. Here nothing is the 3 minus 3 is 0. 3 is 0 itself. So now what answer we get? 59,940. Okay, so this will be the answer. Hope all of you got this. If you feel in doubt, I said that watch this video again and again. Those who feel in doubt can ask. Okay, thus our properties of subtraction is over. That is how much properties we studied. Closure property, commutative, associative. Does this 3 of properties satisfies? That is it applicable in the case of subtraction? We studied it, yeah. No, it is not. Why? Because if A and B are whole numbers, A minus B will not be a whole number in all cases. Okay, like that, A minus B is not equal to B minus A in the case of a commutative. Next, in the case of associative, A minus B minus C is not equal to A minus B bracket minus C. Sorry, B minus C. Okay, so it is not be studied. Then we have done that exercise question also. So one question, today I am giving only one question from this exercise. Why? Because this is a sentence type questions. So it will be more difficult to understand. That is why I narrated all the questions in the class itself. Okay, only simple one questions I have given you as the homework, that is exercise 2.2, exercise number 12. Okay. Next, we are going to study the properties of multiplication. That is, we studied the properties of addition, properties of subtraction. Now we are going to study the properties of multiplication. Okay, so then shall we start? Yeah. As usual in all the properties cases, here also we are going to study the property. Which property? Yeah, that is closure property. Okay. So we can study the closure property. We know that what was closure property? That is, if A and B are whole numbers, then A plus B is equal to, that is also an whole number. So we can check whether in the case is correct in the case of multiplication also. That is, if A and B are whole numbers, then A into B is a whole number or not. Suppose if A and B are 1 and 2, 1 into 2. What is 1 into 2? 2. If 1 and 2 are given to instead of this A and B, 1 we know it is whole number, 2 is also we know it is whole number. Multiplication, the getting result is also a whole number. Okay, so we can take in another cases also. 10 into 8. 10 is a whole number, 8 is a whole number. 10 into 8 what? 80. 80 is also a whole number. Hey students, you know. What do you mean by whole number? Whole numbers are the numbers starting from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. infinity. Okay, these all numbers are whole numbers. Okay, so here if two numbers are whole numbers, thus we are multiplying, the result will also getting as the whole number. So we can say that closure property satisfies in the case of multiplication. Okay, so next, as we have done in the addition and subtraction, same order it is coming in the case of multiplication also. Okay, so closure property over. That is only, no problems will be there coming from the closure property. If it is there, it will be very easy for you to do that. Okay, so we can do next question. Sorry, next property, that is, which property? Tell me, which property will be the next? Now we studied, yeah, that is commutative property. Commutative property we will have studied in the case of addition also, right? That is, if A and B are whole numbers, then A plus B will be equal to B plus A. Okay, we can do that in the case of multiplication. If A and B are whole numbers, in the case of multiplication, A into B is equal to B into A. That we want to check. What is A here? 1. 1 into B means 2. What is 1 into 2? 2. Okay, here B into A means 1. What is 2 into 1? 2. That is, from here we can say that A into B is equal to B into A. Okay, so commutative. Maybe you think that ma'am is taking only 1 and 2. Okay, no problem. We can check another number. We can check through another number also, no problem. Okay. Suppose 3 and 4. Here 3 into 4 and 4 into 3. What is 3 4s are? You studied this multiplication table. In this case, you may be thinking that yeah, it is very easy that ma'am can take 1 and 2 itself. Otherwise, you want to study the multiplication table also. No children, you anyhow you want to study the multiplication table for all the exams. You want to study that it will be from the childhood itself. If you are studying that, it will be very more easy. Okay, so don't think that you can study it later. Now itself study that. Okay, so if those who didn't study yet. Okay, so 3 4s are 12, and here also 4 3s are 12. That is A into B equal to 12. B into A is also equal to 12. So we can conclude that A into B is equal to B into A. From here we can say that commutative property is also satisfying in the case of multiplication. Okay, next we can do some exercise questions regarding this topic. That is exercise 2.3, first question. Use the properties of multiplication to fill in the blanks. Here I am doing only some questions. Remaining questions you want to do as the homework. Okay. 3456. Here 3456. Consider this as A and this as B. A into B is equal to, here A is there coming here again. So what will be B here? Yeah, A into B is equal to B into A. So B is here 43. Okay, like that in exercise 2.2, first question, sub question 3 and 6 is similar such questions that you want to do as the homework. Okay, so the multiplication in the properties of multiplication, commutative property we study. Next we are going to study the associative property. Okay, associative property. In the case of multiplication, in the case of addition, what we have, how we study the associative property, that is, if A, B and C are whole numbers, then A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. This was the associative property in addition. Okay, let me check this. A into B into C. Instead of this all addition sign, we can put the multiplication sign. Okay, A into B into Z is equal to A into B into C. Is it correct or not, that we want to check? Okay, can we check then? Yeah. Suppose A, B and C be 1, 2 and 3. Shall we check them? Yeah. That is A into B into C equal to what? Then A into B into C is equal to what? This we want to check, that is, this portion is this and this portion is this. If both these two are equal, then we can say that this is equal to this. Okay, so shall we check then? Yeah, A into B. Here A into B means 1 into 2. 1 into 2. Into C into 3. What is 1 into 2 means? 1 into 2 means 2. 2 into this 3. 2 3s are 6. Okay, next here this case, A means 1 into, B into C means 2 into 3. 2 into 3. That is, A means 1 children, B and C is inside the bracket. Okay, so 1 into 2 into 3. In this case, 1 into, what is the bracket inside? 2 into 3, that is 6. So 1 into 6, 6. So here we can get this both answer as 6. Okay. So from here we can conclude that this A into B is equal to, A into B into C is equal to A into B into C. Okay, so hence we can say that associative property will be applicable in the case of in the case of multiplication also. Okay, so such questions we can do as in the exercise question. It is the exercise 2.37 question we can do, that is 12 into 20 into 23 is equal to 12 into dash into 23. See that 12 be A, 20 be B, this be C. So which form it is? A into B into C. So here this is A and here this 23. 23 means C. Is it? A into B into C, which is equal to, we know that, A into B into C. So B, what is the B here? That is 20. Okay children, got it? That is A into B into C. A into B bracket inside into C is equal to A into bracket inside B into C. So here we can find which at all numbers are A, B and C. After naming that, we can write this. If you are not naming, then also if you study the associative property thoroughly, you can do that. Okay. So next question. So next property. So associative property, only one question I am giving as the homework in that associative property, that is exercise 2.3, first question, A sub question 8. Okay, that I am giving you as the homework. Next we are going to study the multiplicative identity. That is, multiplicative identity means if we are multiplying 1 with a number, what will be the answer? Yeah, that is, the answer will be the same number. As you know that in the multiplication table, 1 2s are 2, 1 3s are 3, 1 4s are 4, 1 5s are 5, 1 6s are 6, 1 7s are 7, 1 8s are 8, 1 9s are 9. 1 multiplying with any number, what will be the answer? The answer will be the same number. Okay, that is multiplicative identity. Which number we are multiplying with one, the answer will be the same number. Okay, so in the exercise 2.3, fourth question also, first question, fourth sub question also the same question it is. So you can do that in the only one question is that is easy question. Don't want to write the question now. This questions all will be displaying. This homework questions all will be displaying in the last portion of this video. Okay. After multiplicative identity, multiplication property of 0. We know that which number we are multiplying with 0. The same. What will be the which number we are multiplying with 0? What will be the answer getting? 0. If 1 is multiplying with 0, the answer will be 0. If 100 is multiplying with 0, what will be the answer? 0. If 1 lakh is multiplying with 0, what will be the answer? 0. That is, in the case of multiplicative identity means 1. Okay. That is 1 multiplying it with another number, the answer is getting the same number. Okay. If instead of that 0 is multiplying with that number, the answer will be 0 only. Okay. So, in the exercise question 2.3, like that question also there, that is second sub question 2 and sub question 3. Okay. This sub question 2 and sub question 5 is the property using in the multiplication of 0, that is 1 into 0 which is equal to 0. That is I have that question is there in the exercise also. Okay. Next class we can study the distributive property of multiplication over addition and subtraction. Okay. So before studying that, study this class properly, watch this class properly and do the classworks and homeworks and send that homeworks to my personal number. If you have any doubt, you can call or otherwise you can send the voice messages. Okay. So hope all of you get this and we can meet in the next class. Till then, bye.